Hey guys, this is Evie and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a very detailed video about how I do my nails and how I make them last and not lift. So the products I use are No Lift Nails Acrylic Nail Liquid, No Lift Nails Primer, 100% Acetone Nail Polish Remover, number 12 Poochie's Nails 100% Kolinsky Brush, and Competitive Edge Double Thick Nail Forms. I get tons of questions about the nail drill that I use. I got this from eBay about 2 years ago. It was like $30 and it's on its last leg now, but it still gets the job done. I use 2 nail bits. This one here is the medium safety bit that I got from Poochie's Nails. Then I use the Cuticle Clean nail bit and I got this from Todak USA. So these are my natural nails, and I take that Cuticle Clean nail bit and I go around my cuticles of each nail to get any dead skin, any dead cuticle off of the nail to make the acrylic adhere a whole lot better. Because if you have this crusty cuticle stuff on your nails and then you apply acrylic, you're going to get a ton of lifting. And this bit is very gentle on the nails. It doesn't harm it in any way if you use it properly. Alright, so once I've done that, I'm going to take a makeup sponge and douse it in 100% acetone. And I'm going to wipe each nail off with the acetone. This acetone dries out any oils or anything that's on the nail, which also helps with the acrylic sticking and staying. All right, so I take my nail form and I kind of roll it between my fingers to give it that curved shape. And then I place it under my natural nail and just make sure it's in place, make sure it's the right shape and everything. All right, so next I put on my primer. And while the primer is still wet, I take my acrylic and place it and pat it into shape. I don't dig into it. I just use very gentle patting motions. And I re-wet my brush with an acrylic nail liquid as needed. But just try to work not as fast as possible, but you know, kind of fast before the acrylic sets. So I like to form the free edge first, and then I work my way back to the cuticle area. As I go back to the cuticle area, I try to use the very tip of the brush to get as close to the cuticle as I can without touching my skin. And I try to use a wetter bead so it can just blend and look effortlessly blended. And then I just add acrylic to any parts of the nail that needs more. So once the nail has set a little bit, it starts to get warm, and at this point I will pinch the side walls to create that curve. I just simply repeat this process for each nail. I've been working really hard with my camera angles because I know the way I've been doing it, sometimes you can't see everything that I do. So I hope you guys appreciate the new camera angles and lighting. I'm really trying my best to make my nail videos as informative and helpful as possible. It is going to take a lot of practice. I do get questions about like how long I've been doing nails. I started out doing nails probably about 7 years ago. I got a little discouraged and I stopped for about a year or two. I started back up and I just been practicing ever since. It really takes practice. I have not gone to beauty school. I am strictly self-taught. So yeah, it just took a lot of practice. And one thing that is really going to make a difference if your acrylic nails last is your powder to liquid ratio. So that means that your acrylic cannot be too loose or it cannot be too hard. Like, it has to be perfect. So yeah, it just takes a lot of practice, but if you guys like see my progress from my first nail videos on up, you guys have seen I've come a long way, and it's just been practice. And as far as all of my nail supplies, the no-lift nail products I get from Sally's Beauty Supply, and then I get my nail brush and nail bits offline. I will leave all the information about everything down below. I also want to point out that I am left-handed. So it does take practice to be able to do both of your hands and to make them look nice. But as you see in this video, I am actually doing my left hand with my right. It did take a lot of practice to be able to make each hand look even, but it can be done. So don't get discouraged. I know it sounds cliche, but practice. Alright, so I'm going to show you how I remove my nail forms also. So I pinch the sides of the nail form and then I pull down and then I gently remove it from my finger. This has to be done after the acrylic has completely set. So it does take about 2 minutes for it to completely harden. This is after my whole hand is done and I have filed and shaped. I will be doing a more detailed video about how I file and shape my nails, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, just feel free to leave those down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in my next one.